वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा।
ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा।
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा।
Thank you.
Thank you, Amma.
So, let us have a little bit of spoken Sanskritam. So, as you know, we all have learned how to greet, how to say hello in Sanskritam. We say, how do we say? Harihi Om, Suprabhatam, Namaskaraha, Swagatam, Namo Namaha. I did not include that. Namo Namaha means hello. Yeah. And then, depending on the time of the day, Suprabhatam, Shubharatrihi, Dhanyavadaha is thank you. And then our introductions, Mama Nama, whatever the name is. And then, what am I? Am I a student or a teacher? Chhatraha, Chhatra, or Shikshakaha, Shikshika. Yeah? So, any one student can introduce now in Sanskritam. Who will do that? Yes, Sohita.
Yes, Amma. Harihi Om. Mama Nama Sohita. Aham Chhatra.
Then, thank you.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha. Very good. Anyone else? Yes, Sai.
हरिः ओम मम नाम निशान्तः अहं छात्रः धन्यवादः
Correct. Yeah, uttamam. Uttamam or sadhu means good, very good. So the double dots that you see, after dhanyavadaha, shubharatrihi, nishantaha, chhatraha, that is the masculine ending. Okay, so we cannot leave that out. Okay, today we are going to see sambandhaha. What does sambandhaha mean? The relatives. Okay, so let me read it out for you first. Yeah. So on the top row we have our grandparents. How do we say? How do we mention the grandparents in Sanskritam? This is how we do it. Pita Mahaha means paternal grandfather, the father of my father. Pita Mahi will be grandmother, the mother of my father. We say Dada Dadi. Then Mata Mahi is the mother of my mother, Nani. And Mata Mahaha is the maternal grandfather, father of my mother. Is it clear? Pita Mahaha, Pita Mahi, Mata Mahi, Mata Mahaha. Again, notice the double dots. It is coming wherever it is a male. And ease will come when it is feminine. Yeah. Then Pita, Mata, we know it's pretty obvious. Father and mother, or dad and mom in the modern language. Dad and mom, or mother and father. Then let's look at the children. you know, the children, see, supposing you are an elder brother, what will you say? Agrajaha. Elder brothers are Agrajaha. And the one who's younger will say Anujaha. Aham Anujaha means I am the young son, the younger son, yeah? Younger brother. Then Anuja means the younger daughter or the younger sister, and Agraja is the elder sister, yeah, the elder one. See, again, notice the R's come when there is a girl, and then the double dots will come when there is a male. Okay. Now, Lakshmi Garu, one question for you. See, of all these sambandhas, you know, whatever applies to you, you can tell. Like aham mata. No? So, what all are you from this list? We'll hear from Lakshmi Garu.
Aham mata, aham matamahi, aham pitamahi cha.
And you are Anuja or no?
Oh, that is also there. Aham anuja, anuja cha.
Yeah, very good. See, Lakshmi Garu is not only a maternal grandmother, she's a paternal grandmother. She's a mother, of course. Without that, you can't become grandparents. And then she is the youngest or maybe younger of all the siblings. Am I right?
Yes, Amma.
Okay. Anybody else? The adults we will ask. How about Mayura? Aham. What all are you? Aham.
Aham Mata,
Yes.
Aham Agraja.
Agraja. You're the elder sister or
Yeah.
elder sibling. Very
Yes.
good. Huh? Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
Now we'll come to the children. Okay. Okay. Jayanandan, are you the elder or the younger? You can tell who you are. Of course, you're not a dad yet. Or
Yes, ma'am. And I'm not elder and younger, ma'am. I'm only the son of my dad.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you are Ekaha. Ekaha means you are the only one.
Single.
Yeah, single. Very
Yes.
good answer. Thank you. How about Nishantaha?
Mama, me to the same, ma'am.
Okay, Ekaha. Good. And Rudransh?
Yes, ma'am.
Same?
Ma'am, I am also elder.
Elder. If you're elder, you should say what? Agrajaha. Okay. Yeah. Now let us come to Sohita, because you know I see the siblings there. So each one of them will tell whether they're elder or younger. We know it, but I want to hear from
Aham Agraja.
Aham Anuja.
Uttamam. Khushi?
Dhanyavada. Aham Anuja.
Anuja. Very good. Vishruta?
Aham Agraja.
Agraja. And Samrita would be Anuja. Right?
Anuja.
Okay. Uttamam, uttamam. Okay, how about Sudarshan? In your family?
Yeah, okay, just 1 second. He's out.
Virat? I know Virat is.
Hello. Yeah. So, yeah.
Virat
Yeah.
is.
So, Mama Agrajaha.
You are elder? I thought you were younger.
I'm the elder and Saket is the younger. Saket Anujaha is there.
Okay, somebody else is speaking. Okay, okay. Dhanyavada. And Virat?
Anujaha.
Anujaha. Very good. Okay. So now you know these are the sambandhas in our family. So today we are going to do numbers, you know, and please listen to it carefully because after this there will be a little small game. Okay, there will be a Q&A kind of a game. Okay, so now who is going to repeat after me? Yashika, you just repeat after me, okay, as I say the numbers. So we have the numbers from 1 to 20, okay, in Sanskritam. How do we say the numbers in Sanskritam? And Yashika will repeat after me. Ekam,
Ekam,
Dve,
द्वे
Dve,
Trini,
Trini,
Chatvari,
Chatvari,
Pancha,
Pancha,
Shat,
Shat,
Sapta,
Sapta,
Ashta,
Ashta,
Nava,
Nava,
Dasha,
Dasha,
Ekadasha,
Ekadasha,
Dvadasha,
Dwadasha,
Trayodasha,
Trayodasha,
Chaturdasha,
Chaturdasha,
Panchadasha,
Panchadasha,
Shodasha,
Shodasha,
Saptadasha,
Saptadasha,
Ashtadasha,
Ashtadasha,
Navadasha,
Navadasha,
Vimshatihi.
Vimshatihi.
Thank you, very well. Nicely you have chanted. See, Vimshatihi means 20. It's a little bit odd, right? See, 1 to 9 is pretty obvious. Then 10 is also obvious. And after 10, you just keep adding prefix, Ekadasha, Dvadasha. But when it comes to 20, you have to put some extra effort and remember, Vimshati. Now, you all heard the numbers. Each one of you have to tell how old are you in Sanskritam. Vishruta?
Yes, ma'am. Aham ashtah. Aham ashtah.
Ashta.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. Aham nava.
You changed your mind. Okay. Aham Nava. Very good. And Samrita, I know she is Chatwari, 4 years. Okay. Good. Okay, Yashika, how old are you?
Aham Trayodasha.
Trayodasha. Okay. Then Sudhita and Hasini.
Aham Sapta.
Aham Trayodasha.
Tvam api Trayodasha. You are also 13, like Yashika. Api means also. Sai?
Ma'am, I am Nava.
You are Nava, 9. Rudransh?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Jayanandan first.
Ma'am, I am 10, ma'am. Aham dasha.
Aham Dasha. Okay. How about Saket? Saket
Yes. I am Ekadasha.
Ekadasha. And who's with you today?
Sudarshan.
Sudarshan.
Yeah. Aham Dwadasha.
Dvadasha. So, Sudarshan is Agrajaha and Saket Rama is Anujaha. Right? Yeah. So, from their ages, we can make out. No? Okay. Then, whom have I left out? Kushi? How old are you?
Aham ashta.
Ashta. Uttamam. Virat?
Thank you.
Aham nava.
Nava. Okay. Sadhu. Samvedya.
Yes, ma'am. Aham dasha.
Dasha. 10 years. Okay. And who is left out? Rudransh, I asked you. I think so. No? Triveni?
No, ma'am. You didn't ask.
Okay, tell me.
Aham ashtaha.
No, Ashta. Okay, no Ashtaha. Don't ask me why, but right now, Ashta. Okay, Triveni, do you want to share your age?
Aham Navadasha.
Navdasha. Okay, 19. She's a teenager, almost teenage ending. Okay. Now, the adults, we are not going to ask because it's a very big number. It will be difficult for us to say we are 50 plus. We just say 50 plus nowadays, or 60 plus or 70 plus. Okay. And then you can imagine. Aditri? How old are you, Aditri? Can't unmute?
Dasha.
Dasha, you're also 10.
Dasha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine. Very good. I think we've covered everybody, right? Now you all please mute yourself now. And now I'm going to ask some questions and you are going to give the answer in Sanskrit. Okay? Okay. The first question is, how many months are there in a year, Virat?
Dwadasha.
Dvadasha, Uttama. Okay. And Rudransh, next, how many seasons do we have?
We have Chatwari.
Actually, we have 6. The 4 are the main ones. We have 2 more monsoons, and there is a pre-winter. Okay, so you can say Shat. All right. Okay, next question, Kushi. How many chapters are there in the Gita? Would you know?
I think Navadasha.
Navadasha minus 1.
Ashtadasha.
Ashtadasha. Okay. Ashtadasha. Yes. Okay. Now Rudransh has your question. How many planets are there?
Ashta.
8. I'm also not sure. I think 9 or maybe 10. Let's Google it. Okay, later. Okay. Next question. Everybody has to answer at least one question. Okay. Next for Sudarshan and Saketa Rama.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how many Jyotirlingas there are in our country?
I think Chatwari. No, Chatwari. I'm not sure.
Chatwari only? Chatwari is 2 less, no? 4 Jyotirlingas.
No, Chatwari is the number of. I'm not sure.
Make any guesses?
Chatwari is 4. Okay. I think it would be like Chaturdasha. Chatur.
You're close. It is, who knows, Sohita?
Sapta. Is it Sapta?
Amma, I think Dwadasha.
Correct. 12. 12 Jyotirlingas. Like recently we saw Kartikeya Deepam, that is a Jyotirlinga, Arunachala. Like that, there are 12 spread out in the country. Yeah, we must visit them all at least once in our lifetime. Okay. And Saketa Rama, the other for you question. And how many hands do we have?
Yes, miss. So what's the question?
How many hands do we have?
Dve.
Dve, yes. Uttama. Vishruta? How many fingers on each hand?
Ma'am, Pancha.
Pancha. Uttama. Okay. Next is how many Lakshmis, Sai? How many Lakshmis do we worship in our?
Ma'am, I guess so. 9. No, Nava.
That is Navadurgas, no? Navadurgas, but I think Ashtalakshmis, right?
Ma'am.
Okay, Hasini wants to say something?
Astama.
Yes, correct. Hasini, very good. Ashtalakshmis, Navadurgas, Dwadasha Jyotirlingas, no? Okay, then we have okay, Aditri, how many avatars do we have up to now? Incarnations.
Ma'am, can you ask the question again?
How many avatars like Rama, Krishna, Matsya, Kurma? How many avatars?
Ma'am, it's Nava.
Okay. 9 or some people say 10 also, Buddha, like that. Both are correct. Some people believe 9, some people 10 and so on. Very good. So these are the, now one person can do all the numbers 1 to 20 at a shot. Maybe this, 1 second. Sudarshan, yes. Sudarshan or Saket Rama can do all 20. Ekam, dve, like
Ekam, dve, three, chatvari, pancha,
षट् सप्त अष्ट नव दश एकादश द्वादश त्रयोदश चतुर्दश पञ्चदश षोडश सप्तदश अष्टादश नवदश विंशतिः
Uttamam, very good. Ashtadasha. Now, which of these days do we fast? Would your parents fast on which day?
Yeah, Ekadashi, like Ekadash, like so that's Dwadashi and Ekadashi came from this, right? Like
Yes.
they use Sanskrit words.
11th day of the waxing and the waning phase of the moon. Okay, good. Thank you. Excellent. Now let's move on to the next part. Yeah, you may have seen this clock, I will share it in the group later. Now let's go on to the Gita. Some of you have all practiced so nicely the Gita. Now all of you can chant at least one shloka. Okay. So who's going to do the first shloka of chapter 12? We'll start with Vishruta.
अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ताये भक्ता स्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः.
Yes, and Vishruta has taught her younger sister Anuja also this shloka. Samrita, 4 years old.
अर्जुन उवाच एवं सततयुक्ताये भक्ता स्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्य परमव्यक्तं केषां के योगमित्तमाः.
Uttamam, thank you. Okay, Sudarshan and Saket Rama.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Arjuna uvacha evam satatayuktaye bhaktasvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharamavyakstam tesham ke yogavittamaha. Miss? Mrs. Camera's on off. No, Mrs. Camera's on. Miss? Hello, ma'am. Okay, let's just wait for her. YouTube. It said ask to unmute. Okay, so unless we can't hear you, should we then just Sakit, stop the filter. This will unless
Yes, sorry.
Oh,
I didn't know I was muted. Yeah. So Saket, Rama and Sudarshan, kindly repeat.
we were doing the previous one, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Arjuna uvacha evam satatayuktaye bhaktastvam paryupasate ye chapyaksharamavyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha
Vittamaha.
vittamaha.
Excellent. Huh? Thank you. How about Sohita and Hasani? Do you want to do number second shloka or same? Oh, sorry. Yes.
Amma, we know only 5th and 6th shloka.
Okay, I'll come to you then later. Okay. Okay, then Kushi, which one? From 1 to 6, you please pick up any one.
First one, Amma.
Yes, Kushi.
Arjuna uvacha evam satatayuktaye bhaktastvām paryupasate echapyaksharamavyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Dhanyavadah.
Excellent, Kushi. You have memorized it, right?
Yes, Amma.
Wow. Nishantaha, next. Sai.
Thank you.
Mama, I just wanted to say something. In the 5 and 6, can me and Sohita and Hasni can sing together?
Yeah, but you're on separate Zoom windows. Maybe it won't be possible, no?
No, Mama, singing in the same time, not like both be each other.
Okay, now what you want to sing, chant?
Ma'am, 5 and 6 one.
Okay. So we'll come to you later.
Okay,
Virat?
ma'am.
Yes, Amma. I'll sing the first one. Arjuna uvacha evam satatayuktaye bhaktasvam paryupasate yekapcharai. Amma, I didn't really get that.
Okay, you just practice a little more. Okay. How about Jainandan? Did not practice? Okay. Please unmute.
Okay, ma'am. I will read the first one only, ma'am. Arjuna uvacha evam satatayuktaye bhaktasvam parayupasate ye chavyaksharamavyatam teshanke yoga vittamaha.
Very good. You practiced well. Jainandan.
Ma'am.
Okay, Yashika. Next. Anybody wants to do second shloka, third, fourth? Yashika, are you able to unmute? 1 second, where is she? Okay. We can't hear you, Yashika. Unmute. Okay. Oh, Sohita, you're all in the same window. That's great. Aditri, we'll come back to Yashika later. Aditri, did you practice?
Yes, ma'am. First one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Arjuna uvacha evam satatayuktaye bhakta swam paryupasate ye chapyaksharamavyaktam te me yuktesham ke yoga vittamaha.
Very good. Aditri, excellent. Okay. Now let us, who has not chanted yet? Yeah, Sohita, we will come to you, 5 and 6. Okay. Geeta, sorry, Mayura. How about 2 and 3 and 4?
Okay, ma.
Yes.
Shri Bhagavan Uvac Maya Mano Ye Mam Nityayukta Upasate Shraddhaya Paryopetaha Te Me Yukta Tamam Mataha.
Excellent. Very good.
Thank you, ma.
Uma, you want to do 3? Any shloka? 3, 4?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Start.
ये त्वक्षरमनिर्त्येक्ष्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्.
One more. Very nice.
सन्नियं येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः.
Uttama. Thank you. Okay, now we come to 5 and 6, which we covered in the last session, and we're going to hear all the band there. Sai, Sohita, and Hasan. Yes.
क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येन योगेन मां ध्यायन्तु उपासते.
Very nice. Did you all practice together?
Yes. We practice separately, but
Separately. Okay, excellent. Come out very, very well.
धन्यवादः ma'am.
Okay, Sai, Rudransh, did you get a chance? Yes? Did I ask?
No, ma'am.
You want to try one shloka?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, which one?
Arjuna Uvacha.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Arjuna Uvacha evam satutayuktaye bhakta samparyupasate ye chapyaksharamavyaksam teshampi yogavittamaha.
Excellent. You also practiced well. Thank you. Okay, now let us move to the new shlokas of today. And please, everybody, you all have a wonderful talent, for learning and memorizing shlokas. So try to study 1 to 6. In addition, 7 and 8 of today. Practice together in a group or with your siblings and try to memorize them for the next session. Okay. So now let's go to 7 and 8, and we'll have Triveni. She will repeat after me. Okay. 7. Teshamaham samudharta.
तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता
Teshamaham samudharta.
तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता
Mrityu samsara sagarat.
मृत्युसंसारसागरात्
Mrityu samsara sagarat.
मृत्युसंसारसागरात्
Bhavami na chirat partha.
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
Bhavami na chirat partha.
भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ
Mayyaveshita chetasam.
मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्
Mayyaveshita chetasam.
मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्
Full shloka together. Teshamaham samudharta. मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशित चेतसाम्
तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशित चेतसाम्.
Tamam. Then 10th one. मय्येव मन आधत्स्व
मय्येव मन आदस्त्व
मय्येव मन आधत्स्व
मय्येव मन आदस्त्व
मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
मय्येव मन आदस्त्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय
निवसिष्यसि मय्येव
निवशिष्यसि मय्येव
निवसिष्यसि मय्येव
निवसिष्यसि मय्येव
अत अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः
अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः
अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः
अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः
मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः
मय्येव मन आदस्त्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः.
Very good. Uttamam.
Thank you,
Thank you. Triveni.
Thank you, Mata.
Okay, so we have covered 8 of the Gita shlokas of chapter 12, which is called Bhakti Yoga. We have 12 more. It's the shortest chapter. There are 2 chapters in the Gita, both have 20 shlokas. Chapter number 12 and 15. Okay, so please practice up to 8 if possible. I will post the audios in our group and we will continue next time. Now we come to the Subhashitam of this week, of the 5th week. Okay. Now maybe Sai can repeat after me. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We will just chant the Subhashitam first. Satyam Mata
Satyam Mata,
Pita Jnanam.
Pita Jnanam,
Satyam Mata Pita Jnanam.
Satyam Mata, Pita Jnanam,
Dharmo Bhrata
Dharmo Bhrata,
Daya Sakha.
Daya Saka,
Dharmo Bhrata Daya Sakha.
Dharmo Bhrata, Daya Saka,
Shantihi Patni
Shantini Patni,
Kshama Putraha.
Shama Putraha,
Shantihi Patni Kshama Putraha.
Shantini Patni, Shama Putraha,
Shadete
Shadete,
Mama Bandhavaha.
Mama Bandhavaha,
Shadete Mama Bandhavaha.
Shadete Mama Bandhavaha.
Again, maybe Sohita can do next. Satyam Mata Pita Jnanam.
Satyam Mata Pita Jnanam,
Dharmo Bhrata Daya Sakha.
Dharmo Bhrata Daya Saka,
Shantihi Patni Kshama Putraha.
Shantihi Patni Kshama Putraha,
Shadete Mama Bandhavaha.
Shadete Mama Bandhavaha.
Uttama. Very good. How about Sudarshan? Satyam Mata Pita Jnanam.
Satyam Mata Pita Jnanam,
Dharmo Bhrata Daya Sakha.
Dharmo Bhrata Daya Saka,
Shantihi Patni Kshama Putraha.
Shantihi Patni Kshama Putraha,
Shadete Mama Bandhavaha.
षडेते मम बान्धवाः.
Excellent. Okay, one more person can chant this Subhashitam. Samvedya, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Satyam Mata Pita Jnanam
Satyam Mata Pita Jnanam
Dharmo Bhrata Daya Sakha
Dharmo Brata Daya Sakha
Shanti Patni Kshama Putraha
Shantihi Pratri Kshama
Putraha
Putraha
Shadeti
Padetri
Mama Bandhavaha.
Mama Bandavaha.
Very good. Thank you, Samvedya. Okay, now it's an easy Subhashitam. What does it say? Satyam, truth is my mother. Jnanam, knowledge is my father. Dharma is bhrata, brother. Daya, which is kindness, compassion, is my true friend. Shantihi, peace, is my wife. You know, not all of us have wives. Kshama, putraha, compassion, forgiveness, is my son. Shad ete, these 6 are the members of my family. Yeah? Now we saw the Sambandha today, in Sanskritam. Grandparents, parents, and we all have siblings. Yeah. So this Subhashitam says that these virtues, they are with me all the time. Yeah. So just as our parents, protect us. So truth and knowledge, as my parents, will always protect me. Yeah. And how Bhrata, our elder brothers are role models in Dharma. They guide us. So Dharma is my brother. Yeah? Then my friend, we love our friends because they're so sweet and kind to us. So compassion is my friend. Yeah. And of course, children, and you're still young, but Shanti, the wife, you can say husband also, is peace. Yeah. Then son is Kshama, forgiveness. Forgiveness is my son. So these 6 people are my inner family, which means what? We have to have a close bonding with these 6 beautiful qualities: truth, knowledge, dharma, compassion, peace, and forgiveness, and practice them so that we grow with this inner family always. There's a family common to all of us. We do have an external family, but this is the inner family that the Subhashitam is going to talk about. Okay. All right. So today we have Yashika's. It says it's her birthday by the Telugu calendar, right, Yashika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we wish her, a very happy birthday, a long life, excellent health, and success in all her pursuits. So how about if Sohita and Hasini and Sai sing a birthday song for her? Do you want to display it or do you know it by heart?
No, I already know.
All 3 of you know.
Yeah, we
Yes, ma'am.
already know.
Please sing it for her.
Janmadinamidam ai priya sakhe, Janmadinamidam ai priya sakhe, Shantanautu te sarvada mudam, Shantanautu te sarvada mudam, Prardhayamahe Bhavashatayushi, Prardhayamahe Bhavashatayushi, Ishvara sada Tvam cha rakshatu, Ishvara sada Tvam cha rakshatu, Punya karmana Kirtimajaya, Punya karmana Kirtimajaya, Jivanam tava bhavatu sardakam, Bhavatu tava bhavatu sardakam.
Excellent. Sounds so nice to hear group chanting. So that's a song for you, Yashika, today on your Telugu Nakshatram birthday. All the best and have a wonderful day and a wonderful year. Okay, now we come to the last part of our session, which, as you all know, is story. Some, story of an inspiring, character from our Shastras, no? And that we will hear it from Lakshmi Garu, Lakshmi Amma, who will tell the story of, I have this next slide. Okay,
Yes, Amma. Yes.
are you ready?
Okay. Yes, Amma. Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah. Harihi Om. Namaste to all. It's story time again. Okay. So far, you have heard different stories of brave boys like Prahlada, Dhruva, Nachiketa, and all that. But today, I am going to tell a story about a brave girl whose name is Savitri. In the kingdom of Madra, there was a king by name Ashwapati. His name was Ashwapati, and the queen's name was Malavika. Ashwapati and Malavika were ruling the country Madra kingdom. He ruled the country with great justice, but only thing is he did not have a child. So he prayed to sun god. Sun god, very important for everybody's life. No, if the sun is not coming, it is very difficult. No, these plants will not grow and a day will not be there. Always it will be dark. So sun is very important. So the king prayed to sun god. He is fond of sun god. So he prayed for many years to sun god. Sun has got 12 names, Mitraya Namaha. While doing Surya Namaskarana, yoga people do. Mitraya Namaha, Ravaye Namaha, Banuve Namaha, like that, 12 names Surya has got. So in one of the name is Savita. Savitre Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. He was keep on chanting this Savitre Namaha to sun god and praying for a child. And finally, the sun was very pleased and appeared before him, and he gave him a boon. Soon you will get a daughter, he said. The king was very happy. Okay, so after some days, in the due course of time, Malavika delivered a girl child. So they kept her name as Savitri, because Savitre Namaha he was keep on chanting. So he thought he will keep the name as Savitri. So Savitri was the daughter of Malavika and Ashwapati. And she is born of devotion and asceticism. So she is also having the same very good qualities of sun. Sun has blessed her to have many very good qualities and pure in heart and beautiful, very beautiful and all that. So Savitri is so beautiful and pure, she intimidates all the men in the vicinity. So she will argue with every man and she will only win. So when she reached the age of marriage, no man came for asking for her hand. So her father was worried. She has to get married, no? After certain age, it's olden custom. We cannot keep the daughter in our home. She has to be married. So the father told her, you Savitri, you better you go for a pilgrimage and find out your own husband. Okay, then Savitri set out for a pilgrimage with all her with companies, some princess, princess has got some servants and all that, lady servants, some in a chariot. She went to different kingdoms like Ujjaini, Patliputra and all that. So many Kashi, so many kingdoms were there, no, olden days. She went to different kingdoms and saw who are the princess and prince and all that. And she talked to them, but she was not at all satisfied with any prince. So the light has gone, just a minute. So she was not at all satisfied with any prince. So again, she keep on going. And finally, she was crossing through a forest. There she saw one prince. His name was Satyavan. So she talked to him, and she was very much impressed with his intelligence. So she thought the Satyavan should be my husband. So she went back to her kingdom and told her father, I am fond of Satyavan. I want to marry Satyavan only. At that time, when she reached to know, Narada was there. Devarshi Narada. Narada is always there in all our stories, no? So Narada Muni told, Savitri, your choice is very good. Satyavan is a very good prince. In all the good qualities he has got, but there is only one problem. He has got very short span of life. From today onwards, next 1 year, he will be only his lifespan. After that, he will die off. Hearing this, the king was very much worried. The king said to Savitri, Savitri, you better change your choice, because after 1 year he will die, means then you will not have a husband afterwards. So it is very difficult. So please change your husband. You again go for a pilgrimage and find out another husband, he said. But Savitri was adamant. No, I have already selected Satyavan as my husband. I will not change my decision. If I am going to marry, I will marry Satyavan only. She was firm in her decision. And then Narada said, okay, if she is so firm, let her marry. Then with Narada's consent, the king got them married, Satyavan and Savitri. Both of them got married. Immediately, actually, the Satyavan, Satyavan is a son of a king. Dyumatsena. Dyumatsena was his father's name. He is the son of, he was the king of Salva kingdom. Dyumatsena was the father. He was, when enemies came and he was in a battle, some enemies came and he was driven away from his kingdom. So right now he was not a king. He was staying in a forest in exile, staying in exile with his wife and Satyavan. So not only that, in the battle, his vision also lost. He was blind also. He became blind and he lost his kingdom, and he came to the forest and he was staying in a forest with his wife and son. So this Satyavan, but the king was not very happy, but Savitri was very firm. So he got her married. Then immediately after marriage, what Savitri did, she removed all her jewelry, fine clothes, everything she removed, and only with a normal sari, she went with Satyavan to the forest. Next day, after the marriage, immediately after marriage, she went to the forest. And then she started serving her father and mother and her husband according to, she was living like a hermit in ashrama. Ashramas, how this rishis and all will live, no? Like that, she was living a simple life. She has given away all her luxuries of princess life. So nice of her, no? Because she is married to the Satyavan who is living in forest. She also went to forest, and they were living in that ashram, in an ashram. So every day Satyavan will go to forest to get some fuel. With an axe in his hand, he will go and he will take some wood, cut some wood and bring it to the house for fuel purpose. Like that they were living. And also some fruits and roots and all that. In the forest, we will get only that, no? We have to live with that only, like that. So now 3 days before the actual date of his death, actually only Savitri knows that Satyavan is going to die after 3 days. Nobody else knows. Satyavan doesn't know, his father, mother, nobody knows. Only Savitri knows. So 3 days before, what Savitri said, she took an oath that I am going to fast for 3 days, she said. Then father-in-law asked, why, child? Why would you want to ask? You ask, have some fruits at least, or at least some water. No, for 3 days I will not have any, even water, no fruit. I am going to fast. I have taken an oath, like that, she says. Then father-in-law agreed. And after the last day, that was the day after 3 days, third day came, That was the date of death of Satyavan. Only Savitri knows. And Savitri asked permission to go with Satyavan. King says, why do you want to go? Because I want to see how he is splitting the wood and all that. I want to see the forest. I have never gone with him and all that she was telling simply. So king agreed. The father-in-law agreed because she has never asked for anything for the last 1 year. So she simply today she is asking to go with him. Let her go, he thought. So Savitri and Satyavan, both of them went to in interior of the forest for cutting the trees. And after cutting the trees for some time, Satyavan was cutting. Suddenly he became very weak and she kept his head on the lap of Savitri. Then Savitri could understand, see, this is the time of death. That's why he came, he became very weak and all that. Then he could see the Yamadutas coming. Yamadutas are coming to catch the life, to catch the soul of the Satyavan. But no, they could not arrive. Yamadutas are coming first, then only Yama arrives on the scene. So because of holiness, no, she is so pure. Satya Savitri is so pure. These Yamadutas are not able to come near Savitri. That much holiness she has got because she is blessed. She is blessed by sun, no, that's why. So they are not able to come near her only. Then they went back without taking Satyavan with them. Then Yama himself is coming and he took away the soul of the Satyavan and went. Now Savitri said, no, please, you cannot take him like that. And she gave a long lecture. Satyavan takes away the soul of Savitri. Savitri follows him. Yama took the soul of Satyavan and Savitri follows him. Then Yama tells, don't come with me. If you come with me, I will take your soul also. You also will lose your life. But she is not agreeing. She's keep on going. And he tells her to turn back. She offers successive formulas of wisdom. First, she praises obedience to dharma, then friendship with strict, then Yama himself for his just rule, then Yama as the king of dharma, and finally noble conduct with no expectation of return. Impressed at each speech, Yama praises both the content and style of her words and offers any wish. So Yama was very much pleased by her speech of about justice, dharma, and all that, how to pray, how to behave, and all that. So many rules. She is very, very learned child, you know, learned girl. So Yama was very much pleased by her speech, and he told her to ask for 3 boons. Only 3 boons other than Satyavan's life. You cannot ask Satyavan's life. Other than that, you can ask 3 boons. Though first Satyavati asked eyesight and lost kingdom for her father-in-law. For her father-in-law was blind, no? So eyesight and then lost kingdom. He wants to get back the kingdom. Yama agrees. And then second, she is asking her father has got only 1 child, this Savitri. Her father should have 100 children. For that also Yama agrees. And then finally, Savitri tricks Yama. You know what she asked? I also should have 100 children from Satyavan. Yama agrees for that also. All of a sudden, she agreed all the 3 bulls. Then only he realized, without Satyavan, is it not? Then he understood the Savitri has tricked me. But anyway, he was very much pleased. And then he gives life back to Satyavan, and Satyavan becomes alive. So Savitri comes back. Satyavan was sleeping, just got up from the sleep and sitting there. And then Satyavan and Savitri, both of them go back to their house. By the time they go, her father-in-law has got also eyesight back. And then some ministers came and they told her they told the king that the enemy king is dead and our army has captured our kingdom. So everything went on very happily. The king and queen and Savitri, Satyavan, everybody went back to their kingdom. They lived for many years and ruled like very just kings. Okay. That's the end of the Satyavan Savitri story. So Savitri was very, very, what you say, devoted. No, she devoted to her husband and very much courageous even to face Yama. There is nothing is impossible if you have devotion, courage, and good qualities in life. That was the teaching of this story. Okay, thank you for listening. Ma?
Sorry, I'm muted. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, can you hear me? Thank you, Lakshmi Garu, for that very beautiful story. Even today, there is one festival day in the calendar when all the ladies, our Grihanis will read this beautiful story for the health and long life of their husbands. Maybe some of your mothers are already doing this. No? Okay, now we will have some question and answers to see, whether you've been paying attention. So first question, who are the parents of Savitri? Yes, Sudarshan and Saket Rama.
No, yeah, Malavika and Harshipati. Yeah.
Harshapati, no, a little different name, no? Malavika is correct.
Malavika and Harshipati.
Harshapati.
Harshwapati.
Harshapati. Okay, good. Okay, next is okay, Lakshmi Gari, you can ask question. Next.
Yes, Amma. That Ashwapati was worshipping sun, no? On what name? Sun has got 12 names. Which name he was keep on repeating while worshipping?
Yes. Sohita or any of you?
Savitra, ma'am.
Savitra. Very good. Yes. Next question.
And Savitri is asking for 3 boons, no? What was the first boon?
Vishruta, first boon.
Ma'am, the first boon is that her father-in-law should get eyesight and his kingdom back.
Wow, very good.
Then
listen very carefully.
Yes. Next question.
Ma'am, I also have a doubt, so can I ask in the last?
Yeah, please, in the end. Okay. Okay.
And the king of that Satyavan's father, which kingdom? He was the king of which kingdom?
Starting with M.
No, that was
that was Savitri.
Savitri's father. This is Satyavan's father. Which kingdom?
Who knows? Virat. Okay. Yes, Virat.
Yes, Amma, that was
Correct. Come on, correct. Almost correct. Salva kingdom.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Yes, Amma, that's all, Amma. You can ask if you want anything.
Who is the father of Satyavan?
That is slightly difficult name, actually.
Name, no? Anybody knows? Okay.
Dhimatsena.
Very good.
Dhimatsena.
Dhimatsena. Yes. Okay, first boon we heard. Then obviously question will be, what is the second boon?
Ma'am, the second boon was that Savitri's father should get 100 children. And the third boon was that Satyavan and Savitri should get 100 children also.
Yes, correct. All the 3 boons covered in one shot. Yes, So that is the beautiful story of Savitri and Satyavan, very important. And it highlights the power of devotion. How much devotion we have. And we should also long for something that is sattvic. If we try to harm somebody, that is not going to be fulfilled by any devata. Let alone Yama Devata, right? So Savitri had the power of devotion and who brought back the life of her husband eyesight of her in-laws, and the lost kingdom. So it highlights the willpower, devotion, which we can all develop. Okay. Okay, now Vishruta, what was your question?
Ma'am, my question was that, ma'am, how did Savitri outsmart Yama?
Yeah, that we just heard, no? You have to tell us. It's a good, very well formulated. How did she outsmart? Triveni, you can answer this question.
Yes, ma'am. She was such devoted to the god sun. She was blessed by the sun. She was blessed by the sun. So she got that power.
The power to
Go along with Yama to save his husband's life.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. Any other answers? Lakshmi Garu, you want to add some comments?
Told already actually, because of her holiness, no? She's very pure and holy. So nobody, even Yamadutas cannot take away because they could not come even near to her. So she is so powerful. She was blessed by sun god. Because of that, she could go and argue. Not only that, he gave a long speech about justice, dharmas and rules and all that. How can you take a man's life just like that? Like that, she was arguing with Yama. So because of devotion and concentration, what all things, all good qualities, she could achieve that.
And ma'am, ma'am, the second thing I want to ask is, why did Savitri's husband had to die after 1 year? Who gave the curse?
It was not a curse. It was destiny. Narada Muni says it was destiny. He has got only that much lifespan. Everybody has got some lifespan, no? Some are dying earlier, some are dying later. So the Satyavan's destiny is only that many years. That was what Narada Muni was telling. Narada Muni was a Trikala Jnani. He knows everything. So he said to that. It was not a curse.
And ma'am, how did his wife did not how did he did not know that he will die after 1 year?
Yes, nobody will know. Nobody will know when we are going to die. Is it not? Suddenly death comes. Because Narada Muni was a Devarishi, Trikalajnani, he knew it and he told this to Savitri and her father. Nobody knows about everybody's death.
Okay, ma'am.
That was good. My God, I'm amazed at all your questions. Very nice questions. That shows you're all, very bright and thinking well. So you see, Yama, we should not fear Yama. Okay. So when we are following dharma, like Nachiketas, like the stories we heard, Savitri, then Yama will be on our side. No, that is the point also in all these stories. Yama actually grants fearlessness, from death. Okay. So again, we come to the end of this week's session, and we have. This information as usual. You can email to Rajeshwari or contact Again, some internet issue. Okay, so we will just end the session today. And you can invite your friends, anybody you know, also to next week's session. And you know, next week, Wednesday, I'm planning to invite a very special person, yeah, who has written many storybooks for children, yeah, which is called Bharatiya Kala Vaibhavam. 3 volumes of beautiful stories of Krishna, Devi, all the Devatas and Devis. So this person is called Shri Darshan, sir. One Shri Darshan, the author of many children's storybooks. He, you know, plans to come on December 1st on our session, online session, and will, you know, tell us a story. Okay, you can also have nice questions. Be prepared to ask him questions. And I will share also the book's title with all of you. And they're discounted, excellent books. You can order them also. Okay, so let's conclude now. Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Thank you for all your, you know, wonderful participation today. We all enjoyed listening to whatever you have to say, and we'll meet again. Punaha Milamaha next week. Okay. Let me unmute you if you want to say anything. Thank you, Lakshmi Garu, again for your wonderful narrations.
Punamilama, ma'am.
Punaha Milamaha. Dhanyavadaha, Namo Namaha, Namaskaraha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಮ್ಮ.
Om.
Om.
Stop the recording.